Hi everybody, Ian here. Today I come to you guys with a book haul, and I do know that this book haul is sort of late because I just didn't have the time to record because I'm working so much. So very late than ever. And today I come to you guys with, I think it's like 13 books or something like that, 14 maybe, I don't know, and I am going to tell you guys what they are. And I did have a goal to only buy 3 physical books, not counting the book I get from Crate, Fairloot, and possible like review books and stuff. And I actually did just order 3 physical books. I'm going to tell you guys what they are, and I will tell you guys about the review books and an arc I got, and yeah, and I think we should just get started because I did for some reason buy a shitload of ebooks because I had restraints on the physical books, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to start with the review books, I believe. The first ones I got are these bookshots books, which is actually really short books that are about 130 pages each. And these are written by James Patterson, and this one, or the original title is Heist, and this is called The Trial originally. And I got these review books from the publisher called Bokfabriken, and of course I already read these 2 books because they're really quick reads. And these books are just like perfect for when you are sort of in a reading slump, which I sort of feel like I'm in right now. Not because I don't want to read, it's just that I don't have the time, and when I do have some time I just don't have the energy anymore because I'm so tired from work. And these books were just perfect reads for that kind of moments because they went so quickly. I mean, I finished both of them like in 1 day each, and those were days when I work like forever, or I was working like 11 hours or something like that. So and I finished those on those days. So they are really quick reads, really entertaining. You know, it's a police books really, and it was really good actually, and I enjoyed reading them. And then I also got an arc, and this is called Vanity in Dust by Cheryl Law, and I'll show you a picture right here. And this is an arc that comes out August 8th, I think it is. And yeah, I was asked by the author herself if I wanted to read and review this book, so this is not like pre-read or anything, but yeah, I am currently reading this book, and it's sort of hard to describe what's about, but you meet this guy, and he lives in this place where the queen sort of puts dust on everybody that lives there, so that they don't really remember how the kingdom was before the queen started doing this. And yeah, he has to like save everybody he loves and cares about because shit goes down the drain. And yeah, I have not gotten very far in this book yet, but I am currently reading it, and so far I find it very interesting. I can't say much more than that because I really haven't gotten far at all. Now I'm going to move on to the physical books I have. And this one is called The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, and I think it was last month that I read A Dark Shadow Magic by Victoria Schwab, and I really freaking loved that book. It was so good and cool, and like I never read anything like it before, so I definitely wanted to read more about Victoria Schwab. And this is Ideology, and the other book is called A Dark Duet or something like that, and it just came out like a month or 2 ago, so I'm behind on reading as always. But yeah, I really like the concept of this book because it's about a guy named August, and he is a monster, but he wants to be a human. And then we have Kate, and she sort of hunt these monsters, I believe. And the thing that really sold me in this book is the fact that Victoria Schwab has said that there's no romance in this book, it's just friendship, and that's something I really feel like the YA age range or genre, whatever you want to call it, I just feel like it's missing out on that because it's so stuck on romance in every freaking book. And we also have the book that I got in my Crate this month in July, which was The Female Wanderlust, and I'm not going to show you guys which book it is in case you have you're waiting on your books or something like that, so I'm just going to leave my unboxing down below, and you can watch that instead. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys which book it is, just that it's a book I really want to read, so I was really happy about seeing it in the box. And then we come to the other 2 books that I bought this month. And that is the Shadow Cipher by Laura Ruby, and it's in the series called York. And this is the first book in a series, and it actually has deckled edges. I don't really understand the hype about deckled edges, to be honest, because in Sweden we don't really have that. But a lot of people like that for some reason, so let me know which side you're on. Anyways, but this is a middle grade book, and I'm not really sure what it's about, but it sounded really cool when I read about it. But it's in 1798, when the Morning Star twins arrived in New York. They had a vision of a magnificent city, and then they built these towering skyscrapers, and with like technology that no one had ever seen before. And 57 years later, the architects disappeared, and they only left behind this old York cipher, which is sort of a puzzle, and it's laid into the city that they constructed. And in the end, it was promised that a treasure beyond all imagining. But in present day, the puzzle has still not been solved, and the greatest mystery of the modern world is little more than a tourist attraction. And when a real estate developer announces that the city has sold these buildings to him, and he is it's likely going to like tear them down, that's when the Tess and Theo and their friend Jamie decide that they have to solve this puzzle and hopefully like save these buildings. And I really do like the cover. I think it's really pretty. It's just like the city. And yeah, it's a middle grade book, like I said, and it sounds really interesting. And I don't know, it gave me a little bit like Ready Player One vibes. But it, you know, like a puzzle needing to be solved to get this sort of award. Yeah, I like the sound of it, and I look forward to reading it. And then we have a sci-fi book, and this is Defy the Stars by Claudia Gray. And look at that cover, so pretty, and you can like feel the text like it's rice or something like that. And it's sci-fi, like I said, but it's about Naomi, and she's 70 years old, and she's this soldier, and she has sworn to protect her planet. And then we have Abel or something like that, and he is a machine, and he has advanced programming that's begun to evolve. He only wants to protect his creator and to be free. And to the people of Genesis, he's an abomination. And Naomi and Abel are enemies in this interstellar kind of war, and they are forced by chance to work together as they embark on a journey through the stars. And their efforts would end the fighting for good, but they're not without sacrifice. And so yeah, they have to work together to stand against this common enemy, I suppose. And I really like the cover, like I said, and I really like Claudia Gray. I did read 1,000 Pieces of You or something like that it's called, and I really liked it. And that was also a sci-fi story, but more about like time traveling in, and also sort of into parallel worlds, sort of. It's sort of hard to explain, but yeah, so I really like that book, and I know it's a trilogy, but I'm not done with it yet. But yeah, I really wanted to read another book from her, and I don't know if this is a series or not. I'm sort of out of the loop here, I feel like, but yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one, of course. And then we have Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire, and this is sort of, it's a very short book, which is the reason why I've already read it. This is a book about this wayward house, like home or something like that for wayward children. These are children that's gone through like a door to a different world, sort of like Narnia-like, and they end up at this house because the parents need to get help with their children, really. And like these kids, they're so weird and almost disturbing, some of them. Okay, not almost, some of them are. And I mean, I like the fact that the main character is asexual, because that's not something you come across very often. But yeah, the characters are really weird, and the sort of story is very weird as well. Down Among the Sticks and Bones, which is book 2 in this series, which came out earlier this year. I think it was like 2 months or something, I have no idea, but it was this year. And that's of course always also written by Sean McGuire. And I think that one takes place before book 1. I'm not sure, but I think that's the case. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about, because 1, I do not know, and 2, I don't want to spoil the first book if it's somehow connected, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's more focusing on like when the kids actually were in these worlds or something. I don't know, I've heard something like that. And then we have P.S. I Like You by Casey West, and this is a contemporary, of course, because Casey West is like the contemporary queen. And this is about, I don't remember the names because I suck at names, but this is about a boy and a girl, and this girl is writing like notes on her desk on a desk in school, in one of the classrooms, and then she notices that someone's actually like answering her messages on the bench on this desk, and she's trying to figure out who it is. And of course, I mean, it's a love story, I mean, it's a contemporary, and it's Casey West, so that's not really hard to predict, but it sounds really cute, and I really want to read it because I want to read everything that Casey West has ever written. And now we have When Dimple Met Rishi by Sundaya Menon, and this one I actually read with Jamie, and this is a really cute, fluffy contemporary about Dimple, who wants to be this web designer. She's supposed to go to Stanford. Before then, she wants to go to this summer camp because she has the opportunity to meet Jenny Lind, I think her name was, or something like that, which is a famous web designer. And at this camp, they're supposed to create this app, and they have the chance to like get launched and everything. And also at this camp, we have Rishi, who is this guy that whose parents, and Dimple's parents as well, they've gotten him there so that he can meet Dimple. And Rishi is this sort of guy, he listens very much to his parents' wishes, and that's what they want him to do, and he's very traditional and all that, and he really does want to get married. He thinks that this kind of a marriage where the parents decide who you get to marry, he thinks it's a really good idea, while Dimple does not really think so. And so yeah, he goes to this summer camp to get to know Dimple, and this book was so funny and so well written and so good. And this is not a wrap up, so I'm not going to tell you anymore, but so worth a read, I'm just saying. Now we have Summer Days and Summer Nights by Stephanie Perkins, and this is a book with short stories, but yeah, there's a lot of different authors that have written stories in this book, and it's of course contemporary, so it's sort of love stories that take place during the summer. So yeah, it's 12 love stories, and some of the authors are Leigh Bardugo, Libba Bray, Cassandra Clare, and so on. So yeah, 12 different authors as well, and Stephanie Perkins is the one that edits this book. And I thought it was perfect for summer, and I want to read it before, before summer's over, so before August is over, really. So yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a while, so now's the perfect time since it's summer. Now we have Splintered by A.G. Howard, which is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. And you guys, if you follow me for a while, you know I love Alice in Wonderland. And this book, you meet Alice Gardner, and she can hear plants and bugs and flowers and things talk to her, which makes people think she is crazy. And it's also the reason her mother ended up in this mental institution. And when Alice's mother goes for the bus and she's not really that well anymore, Alyssa has to complete these kind of tests to save her family, and it's drain Alice's sea of tears, and getting through the tea party and stuff like that. And it sounds like so much fun, and I do want to read more Alice in Wonderland retellings, and I've been wanting to read this for so long, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving right through this. I have Prisoner of Night and Fog by Anne Blankman, and this book you meet you meet a girl named Gretchen, and she's actually Adolf Hitler's niece. She's always followed his little everything he wants her to do, she's done. But when she falls in love with this journalist who's actually a Jew, she starts to realize that maybe Hitler's views on people and things ain't that good as she thought they were, and it was a lot more brutal than she knew. And yeah, she's just trying to figure it all out, really. That's pretty much all I know. But I mean, I love historical fiction, and I think autumn is a really good time to read those kind of books. And I have heard so good things about these books. And then we have Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wine, and I'm not really sure what this book is about, because I do find out what books are about, and then it takes a couple of months before I actually buy them, so I have a tendency to forget what it's about. And I tried to read up on what it was about, but it's sort of vague. This is historical fiction. Anyways, those were all the books I got, I believe, if I haven't missed anything. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, these are the books I bought, and I hopefully will be able to read them sometime soon. And yeah, I hope you liked watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the little button down below. And yeah, also thank you guys so much for making me reach 100 subscribers. You're all awesome, and I'm so thankful for you, for the fact that you actually watch my videos. And yeah, I hope we see each other next time. Bye!